Thank you, Sir Roger. At the end of the summary of this report, you can find the words, "The Palestinian Authorities should reject and condemn acts of terrorism against Israel and form an effective and cohesive government bridging the two territories." This goes to the heart of the problem in Gaza and shows why this report is a touch naive in what it expects can be done. First, it is not just Israel that is imposing restrictions of movement on Gaza. It is also Egypt, for very good reasons. Hamas is a terrorist organisation, which in its current form can have no place in the future of the region. Anwar Sadat, the president of Reform and Development Party in Egypt, told us only last night that Egyptian progress on Gaza would not be made until the terrorist situation in Sinai was under control. I have seen the terrorist tunnels that Hamas has built to bring terrorists into Israel myself. I have witnessed the rockets that have been deployed by Hamas against Israel, not, as some have tried to say, mere toys. I mention all of this because if effort and resources were not distracted to these objectives, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza would be ending. Hamas is a despicable organisation which continues to perpetuate the sufferings of Gaza civilians. 160 Gazans have been killed digging the terror tunnels, at least 9 of which were children. Video footage posted by AFAC showed links of children walking through the tunnels decorated with posters of Hamas operatives apparently killed by Israel. No peace agreement will be able to guarantee peace in the medium to long term if a generation of Palestinians are growing up indoctrinated in hate. The history of the conflict between Fatah and Hamas and other organisations in Gaza shows the futility of expecting them to establish a cohesive government in the area. The only good news is the recent polling that showed that both Fatah and Hamas were unlikely to win fair elections. The bad news is the preference for organisations which favour Daesh. Hamas has a history of misappropriating genuine humanitarian aid. 6 miles of tunnels being dug each month, 600,000 tonnes of concrete used in this with another 5 million needed, up to $90 million misappropriated, a Hamas leadership which has refused the Israeli offer of a desalination plant. This report should condemn Hamas outright. 550 rockets and mortars have been identified in the 2014 conflict as being launched from sensitive sites such as schools, hospitals and places of worship. This too goes to the heart of the real cause of the problem in Gaza. It's generated from within Gaza. But like the double exit system being employed by Hamas to let people out, this applies even to medical treatment.